Hey everyone, welcome back to Bridging the Pond, where we share everything we learn about traveling between the US and Europe so you can do it better, cheaper, and with a lot more confidence. If you're new here, we're so glad you found us. Hit that subscribe button and come along for the ride. Today, we're taking you somewhere that absolutely stopped us in our tracks, the Amalfi Coast of southern Italy. Now, the first decision on any Amalfi trip is where to base yourself. And this one matters more than you'd think. Positano gets all the attention. The photos, the influencers, the magazine covers, and yes, it is stunning. But the crowds can be relentless. We were there in April, very early in the season, and it already felt busy. I can't imagine how crowded it must get in the high season. The narrow streets must get nearly impossible to navigate. And that's not even mentioning the prices, which are eye-watering, even by Italian standards. Although we found that to be true throughout the Amalfi Coast. Amalfi Town is another good option. It's central and more lively, with a lot of shops and restaurants. But we also found it to be busier than we'd like our home base to be. And it sits lower on the hillside, so it loses the sun earlier than other areas in the Amalfi Coast. So we chose Praiano, quieter, smaller, perched high on the cliffs with sweeping views in both directions, Positano glittering to the west, Capri floating on the horizon. We had a terrace where we could drink our morning espresso and watch fishing boats cut through still water below. No tour buses, no crowds at our doorstep, just the coast, the way it must have felt decades ago. And we were still only 15 minutes from everywhere we wanted to be. Honestly, it was the best decision we made on this trip. And Del gets all the credit for finding this hidden gem of a town. Now, we did decide to dedicate a full day to Positano, and that adventure started before we even arrived. We caught the local Mobility Amalfi bus right from Praiano. It was only €150, but let me tell you, that bus fills up fast. Our biggest tip, board at the earliest stop possible, because by the time it rounds the next bend, people are packed in shoulder to shoulder. Once we arrived, Positano was everything we'd imagined, and busy in the way only truly beautiful places can be. We wandered the steep winding laneways lined with bougainvillea and lemon print everything. We ducked into ceramic shops and found a little spot for lunch overlooking the beach. Yeah, it is touristy, and yes, it is crowded, and yes, it is still completely undeniably magical. We timed our day perfectly for the highlight, a sunset cruise departing right from Positano's harbor. As the boat pulled away, the village stacked itself behind us like a painting. Pastel houses, the striped dome of the church, the whole hillside catching the last gold of the day. We sat in the bow with cold prosecco, poured by our charming Italian Captain Enzo, and just basked in the sheer beauty of it all. Cliffs, seashore, hidden coves. Everything was just so beautiful we couldn't stop taking pictures. But the memories are what will really stay with us. A few days later, we went all in. A full-day private cruise to Capri. We cruised around the famous rock formations and boated into a grotto to see the amazing blue glowing water and the unique red coral. The pictures really don't do it justice. This is something you definitely want to see in person. The water was so clear, it looked like glass over the seafloor, and the colors were so vibrant. Capri itself provided a wonderful couple of hours walking around, and we highly recommend taking the funicular to the top to see the lush gardens and charming wisteria-lined streets. Be sure to go early though, as the crowds definitely built up later in the afternoon. After we visited Capri, we enjoyed boating up to a lovely lunch spot right on the rocky coast. Fresh dining on the seashore really can't be beat. This was one of those days that you'll replay in your head for years. Now, we had a private boat because we had a group of 12, And that was wonderful because we could select our own itinerary. But if you're a smaller group or just a couple or a single person, there are lots of great group tours that do very similar tours to what we experienced. Either way, don't miss out on this day out on the sea. Back on the mainland, we laced up our shoes to have a more active day on the Path of the Gods. It's a trail carved into the cliffs high above the coastline. Now, we only did the small portion that passed through Praiano, but the views were amazing, and the workout is intense. I've never seen so many stairs. We definitely want to come back and experience more of the Path of the Gods. With the sea stretching endlessly below you, it is amazing. You can understand completely why people have been making pilgrimages to this coastline for thousands of years. And then there was the food. Cliffside restaurants where the tablecloths flutter in the sea breeze, where the pasta is handmade and the fish was swimming that very morning, where a meal isn't something you rush, it's something you inhabit. Every dinner felt like an event, a very expensive event. This was not one of our budget trips, but it was all so worth it. We had our most magical evening celebrating Del and Laura's joint birthday at Il Pirata, a gorgeous restaurant built right into the cliffs of Praiano. As it was everywhere in the Amalfi Coast, the service was amazing and the food was delicious. But it was the views and the company that made the real magic.
Miss Alicia, tell us your most favorite part of the Hotel Margarita experience.
Oh, the service. The service has been incredible.
Everything we wanted, every whim we wanted was met. Great.
Breakfast was awesome. Every morning came down, had a fantastic buffet.
I would have to say the staff was absolutely outstanding.
The hotel we stayed in, I have to say, is as good as any hotel I've stayed in all around the world.
Amalfi is beautiful. It's amazing. It lives up to the hype.
The hotel was fantastic. The people are fantastic, just like my wife's.
The Hotel Margarita.
The hotel is incredible. The customer service has been beyond anything we've ever experienced. They're so gracious and so helpful.
9 out of 10. The whole experience was great.
Loved every single minute of it.
Okay, so that just about sums it up from the Amalfi Coast. And so until the next adventure, bye bye for now.